Have y'all heard there's a creature that can change from male to female and back again? And we eat them by the dozen down south? Coming at you. Hey y'all, today's August the 5th, which happens to be National Oyster Day. Let me tell y'all something wild about these little ocean treasures. Oysters are what scientists call sequential hermaphrodites. That's a fancy way of saying they can change their gender like they're trying on different hats. Most oysters start life as males and then switch on to being female when they get bigger and older. Some even flip back and forth depending on the season or the water conditions. I reckon that makes oysters the most flexible creatures in the sea. And we've been enjoying them down here in the South for centuries. Whether you like them raw on the half shell, fried up golden brown, or baked with butter and herbs, these little gender-switching mollusks pack more surprises than a church potluck. And here's something that'll make you appreciate them even more if you don't already. A single oyster can filter up to 50 gallons of water a day, cleaning up your waterways while they grow fat and tasty for our dinner tables. And speaking of August 5th celebrations, tonight's also National Night Out. This is when neighborhoods all across America come together to build community spirit and partnership with local law enforcement. And y'all, nobody does community gatherings better than us Southerners. We've been having front porch visits, block parties, and neighborhood barbecues since, well, before it was a national holiday. National Night Out started back in 1984, and the idea is simple. Y'all turn on your porch lights, step on outside, and get to know your neighbors. Down here, we might add some sweet tea, maybe fire up the grill, and definitely bring out the folding chairs. It's about building the kind of community where everybody looks out for everybody else, just like our grandparents did. So tonight, don't just wave at your neighbors from behind your screen door. Go on out there and find out if Mrs. Henderson really does make the best banana pudding on the block. Nanner pudding. Whatever. Y'all know we got to talk about some good Southern eating, so let's chat about one of the most beloved late summer treats. What is that? Fried green tomatoes. Now, these crispy golden beauties are what you make when your tomato plants are heavy with fruit that ain't quite ready yet, or when that first cold snap threatens to ruin your crop. The secret to perfect fried green tomatoes is all in the slice. Not too thick, they won't cook through. Not too thin, they'll fall apart. You dredge them in cornmeal. None of that all-purpose flour nonsense. Season them with good salt and pepper and fry them in cast iron until they're golden brown and crispy on the outside, tangy and tender on the inside. They're perfect with a side of comeback sauce or ranch dressing. Fun fact here, while we've been frying green tomatoes in the South for generations, they actually got famous nationwide thanks to the 1991 movie Fried Green Tomatoes. Now, everybody thinks they invented something we've been perfecting since before their great-grandparents were born. In Proverbs 27:17, it says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." Now, ain't that just perfect for National Night Out? This verse is all about how we make each other better through friendship and community. Just like you can't sharpen a knife blade by rubbing it against something soft, well, we can't grow and improve without other folks challenging us, encouraging us, and sometimes giving us that gentle correction that we need. Just think about it. When you spend time with your neighbors, when you listen to their stories and share your own, when you help each other through tough times and you celebrate the good ones, you're both getting sharper. You're becoming better versions of yourselves. That's why fellowship matters so much, whether it's a church, in your neighborhood, or just sitting on the porch with a friend. We weren't meant to go through life alone, y'all. We were meant to sharpen each other, just like iron on iron. Let's talk about Alabama's own Hank Williams, who was inducted into his home state's Music Hall of Fame on this date back in 1985. Y'all, when it comes to country music legends, Hank Williams Sr. is the granddaddy of them all. This skinny kid from Alabama wrote songs that are still bringing folks to tears and getting them on the dance floor more than 70 years later. But here's what cracks me up about old Hank. He wrote "I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry," which is probably the saddest song in country music history, but he also wrote "Hey, Good Looking," which makes everybody want to grab their honey and go for a ride. This man could go from heartbreak to honky-tonk in the same album. He had 11 #1 hits in 4 short years, died at age 29, but he left behind enough musical legacy to influence every country artist who came after him. I always say if you can listen to your cheating heart without feeling something, well, you might want to check your pulse. Hank Williams didn't just sing country music, he was country music. And that's all for today's Have Y'all Heard, because now y'all have. Go and leave a comment if you're smart or smiling or hungry. Until next time, later taters.